Hello everybody, welcome back to Stacks of Junk Wax. I went through the rest of this box and got some cards to share with you. I remember getting these cards and was kind of disappointed in what they were, but now they've got a little value to them. Even though they're not one of the tops, Donruss, or Fleer, or Score, or any of those Upper Deck from back then, they're mostly from the TCMA, which were kind of junky cards, but there's some value with these, so, and they're kind of cool to go. Funny thing is, almost all of them I have doubles of, so I don't know if I ended up getting two sets of something that had them in or what, but here we go. I'll show you what I got. So starting out with these 1978 SSPC cards. Bucky Dent, got Mickey Rivers, Joseph Adcock, Ken Boyer, Ron Santos, K-Line, and Maris. And these are 1979 TCMAs. So Vernon Law, Dave Hilton, the Dodgers, which they've got Duke Snider, Roy Campanella, Gil Hodges, and Carl Furillo. Chuck Tanner, Herb Score, Marv Thornberry, Rocky Colavito. Again, the back of these, it tells a nice little story. Some of them have some stuff on it, but nice little stories. Don Zimmer, as we know as the coach, but Kelvin Chapman, Ron Hassey, Miller Huggins, and Bob Musil. Now we're going to 1980. Tom Foley, Don Drysdale, and Johnny Podres. Here's the back of those. Now up to 1981. Bobo Newsom, Norm Cash, Duke Snider, Billy Martin, Danny Murtaugh, Billy Williams, Nellie Fox, Luis Aparicio, Jose Pagan, and Gaylord Perry. Look how young he looks in that. He never looked young. I've got, these are 1981, yep. So, I've got the Bob Feller, and can't really tell who that is that's with him, but Michael Cole, not to be confused with the WWE Michael Cole. Ivan Cauldron. All right, 1983. Got Bob Gibson. And the back of this just has a big story. Elroy Face, Connie Mack, and Ina Slaughter. Right, next we're going to, I believe these are 1983s. Spring Training, Joe DiMaggio. Steve O'Neill with Bobby Feller, I believe. Yep. The Yogi Berra story. Let's see. Obviously, that's Yogi. Doesn't tell me who the other guys are on there. We got Willie Mays. The High Kick. Warren Spahn. Hank Aaron. Brooks Robinson. Duke Snyder. Frank Robinson. Joe DiMaggio. Jerry Coleman. Ed Lopat. And John. Somebody. Johnny Mice. And Polo Grounds is Juan Marichal. Right. These are 1982. Got Frank Howard, Mickey Vernon, another Mickey Vernon. Let's see, these are 1987. So Jones, Aggie, and Swabata. Del Ennis, Pee Wee Reese, Jim Gilliam. Now we're going to 1985. It's the St. Louis Browns. And these are minor league. Tom Filler, Paul Assenmacher. And we got Early Win. We got Roberto Clemente, Willie McCovey, and Thurman Munson. 1984, we got Rufino Linares, I think. Again, these are minor leagues. Kurt Stillwell, obviously we know him as hitting pretty big. Phil Rizzuto. Back to 1983. Eddie Stanky, what a name. I feel bad for him when he was in school. Preacher Rowe. Ed Lopat. Casey Stengel. Mel Ott. Whitlow Wyatt. Harlan Clift. Joe DiMaggio. Jack Fimple. Spike Owen, another minor league car. We know he made it big in the big leagues. And Kirk McCaskill. These are some tops. Lou Gehrig, Ricky Henderson, and Cy Young. I believe this is 1985, yeah. 1986. These are some more minor leagues. Darren Reed, Mike Santiago, Dave Schuler, Jim Catfish Hunter. We're out of the minor leagues now. Shoeless Joe Jackson, Johnny Bench, Raleigh Fingers, Jim Fanning, Rusty Staub, Jim Palmer, Carl Yastrzemski, Ralph Kinner, Rick Richard. I know I'm killing that name. Jim Cott, Rick Bozzetti, John Matlock, Al Rosen, Bud Harrelson, Dan Meyer, Jimmy Fox, Paul Schull, Chuck Klein, Tommy Holmes, Bill Virden. I always thought this guy looked just like my dad. Harvey Quinn. All right, now these are, seen a lot more of these than any of those others that we've gone through. Johnny Padre, Raleigh Fingers, Bob Perkey, Vic Rashke. I believe, by the way, this is 1988. Ralph Terry, Juan Marichal, Dave McNally, Cleet Boyer, Phil Rizzuto, and Richie Ashburn. We're going to 1989. Casey Stengel, Rip Sewell, Jim Catfish Hunter, Melott, Mule Blackwell, Lefty Grove. I always thought that was Lefty Groves. I don't know why, but Lefty Grove without an S. Jimmy Purcell, Roy Face, Joe Black, Tony Cuccinello, Gary Peters, Bobby Dwyer, Jose Cardinal, Ken Keltner, Roberto Clemente, Phil Cavaretta, Wilbur Wood, Cy Young, Frankie Frisch, and Rich Reese. And I got these cards. These are from 1933. I'm not going to flip through all of them and tell you their names, but I'll show you the pictures. The back again just has a good little story, and James Collin, they called him the Ripper, I guess. Spud, they all had nicknames. I love the hats. Arky. If anybody wants me to go through those again and go through all their names, let me know. I'd be happy to do that, but did a lot of flipping on those. Last thing I want to show you, these are kind of cool. These are stickers from 1971. Unfortunately, all the stickers have been pulled off, but they're still pretty cool. Tigers versus the Reds, 1940. Indians versus the Braves, 1948. Twins versus the Dodgers, 1965. Had two of those. Well, that's it for that box, finally. I'm going to put the prices on there, because you'd be surprised how some of the prices of these cards are not too bad for not being any of the top brands, except for a couple tops, of course. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this. And next one that we're going to go through is this box. Grand Slam Super Value. And we'll go through, and I'm not going to flip through all those because I have a feeling a lot of them are commons, but I'll go through and see if there's any good ones out there to show you. And thanks for a little bit longer of a video than I normally do, but just remember, just because they're junk wax doesn't mean they're not fun packs. Thank you all. Have a great day.